She won't strike first, not with fire, not with fury. She won't raise her voice or pull a blade. No, her first move is more subtle. She'll smile sweetly, delay plans, disagree gently, change her mind without warning. And all the while she's watching, measuring, not your words but how you respond to pressure. That's the first test. And if you fail it, there will be no explosion, just surrender, quiet and unnoticed. Because when a man gives up his frame, his time, his purpose, just to win a woman's favor, he doesn't just lose her respect, he loses command of himself. Machiavelli once wrote, "He who becomes master of a city accustomed to freedom and does not destroy it may expect to be destroyed by it." And now, you understand why most men fall. They try to win women without dismantling their illusions. They try to lead without testing loyalty. They try to rule a kingdom without inspecting the court. And so they're devoured, not by feminine chaos, but by their own negligence. Let's be clear, women aren't chaotic by nature, they're calculating, not out of cruelty, but survival. A woman who can't test a man's strength can't trust him to protect her. From the moment you speak, she listens not just to what you say, but why. She notices the way your eyes flinch when she's late, how quickly you forgive when she crosses a boundary, how eagerly you soften when she contradicts herself. What you call understanding, she reads as weakness. Machiavelli warned, "A prince who is not himself shrewd cannot be well counseled, and that's your failure. You think your kindness earns love. You believe your generosity is your strength." But Machiavelli would laugh. It is much safer to be feared than loved, when one of the two must be lacking. A woman may like the man she can move, but she respects the one she cannot shake. And in love, it is respect, not affection, that secures her loyalty. In the court of power, every move is a message. She shows up late. Do you adjust your plans or your standards? She mentions an ex. Do you grow insecure or stay grounded? She mocks your ideas. Do you argue for validation or remain unmoved? Every moment is a quiet referendum on your strength, and she is not the only one voting. If you think this is a game, you're still asleep. This is not seduction. This is sovereignty. The man who does not test a woman is like a king who never inspects his borders. He will be invaded, not with swords, but with softness. He will be conquered, not by force, but by a woman he mistook for peace. Because Machiavelli warned, everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you truly are. And women, more than anyone, have mastered the art of appearing agreeable while quietly probing your defenses. She won't ask, "Can I control you?" She'll try. And when you yield, even slightly, you've taught her everything she needs to know. You weren't raised to test. You were raised to trust, to earn love through niceness, to prove worth through presence, provision, protection. You were told that the right woman would see your goodness and stay. But Machiavelli reminds us, the man who lives wholly according to virtue will be destroyed among so many who are not good. You were not born into peace. You were born into evaluation, and a woman, even the sweetest of them, does not love your virtue. She loves your gravity, your ability to resist, to stand your ground when the storm arrives. If she cries, do you fold? If she disrespects, do you chase? If she disappears, do you wait like a servant at the door, or carry on like a man whose mission does not revolve around her approval? These are the tests, invisible, unspoken, constant. She's watching your silence, your patience, your boundaries. She's not asking for your compliance. She's checking for your center. And when you bend too easily, the smile might stay, but the respect evaporates. That's why most men never hear no. They hear silence, disinterest, withdrawal. They wonder what changed. What changed was simple. She saw your soft core, and she could never unsee it. Machiavelli advised rulers to simulate virtue, but not to live by it blindly. Be merciful, faithful, humane, sincere, religious, and also appear so, but be prepared to change to the opposite if necessity requires it. Modern men forget that last part. You live in a world that praises softness but quietly punishes men who show it too soon. You must learn to test, not for revenge, not to control, but to discover truth. Is she loyal because you bend, or because you don't? Is her affection genuine, or dependent on your constant surrender? You won't find that out in comfort. You'll find it when you disrupt the script, say no, and watch what remains. Withdraw attention, and see what holds. Speak your truth, and listen for silence. A grounded woman won't flinch at your standards. She might resist them, but she'll respect them. A woman addicted to control, however, will try to break them. That's where most men fall, not because they lack strength, but because they lack the will to use it. You've been trained to please, but the man who bows too easily cannot be king, not in her eyes, not in his own. But the truth is colder than most men can stomach. Pleasing guarantees rejection. Resistance reveals character. Let me repeat that. Pleasing guarantees rejection. Resistance reveals character. A Machiavellian man does not argue. He does not explain. He observes. He withholds. He tests. Because what cannot withstand scrutiny is not worth keeping, and what collapses under pressure was never real to begin with. A woman will never tell you what she respects. She will only reveal it by what she stays for. She may say she wants kindness and yet vanish the moment you prioritize her feelings over your convictions. She may claim to value honesty and rage when your truth clashes with her fantasy. And that's why the test must always be silent. Not announced, not explained, only executed, because only in silence does her instinct speak, and instinct, not sentiment, is what Machiavelli studied with precision. He didn't write for men who wanted to be liked. He wrote for men who wanted to rule, and his warning was clear. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. In your case, the same rule applies. You want to know your worth, don't look at her body, look at her behavior when you resist her. If she's only soft when you're soft, if she's only close when you're convenient, if she only loves the man who bends, then you are not respected, you are tolerated, until something more stimulating appears. The test is not about punishment, it's about information. Ask nothing and she'll show you nothing. Let every red flag pass and she'll plant more. But the moment you withhold comfort without explanation, the moment you say no with a calm, unwavering tone, the moment you stop chasing peace and start demanding clarity, her script falls apart. Her performance ends and her essence begins. Now watch. Will she adapt or accuse? Will she lean in or turn cold? Will she bring value or remind you of what you owe her? Her reaction is your report card. Machiavelli's law still applies. It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. It is not your label as a man, a leader, or a provider that earns respect. It is how you uphold it under pressure. And how rare that is. Most men fold at the first sign of emotional tension. They mistake tears for truth. They confuse chaos with passion. They justify manipulation and call it being understanding. But Machiavelli would laugh. He would say, the promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present. She promised to love you when she believed you were a man. But when she watched you yield to her moods, sacrifice your standards, and orbit your purpose around keeping her happy, she broke that promise. And she was right to, because you broke the illusion of strength. Still, most men double down trying to fix things. Thinking she's just going through something, they become therapists, emotional caretakers, servants, and they call it masculinity. But a Machiavellian man does not comfort dysfunction. He filters it quietly, coldly, without the need to redeem or reform what has already shown its form. She doesn't need more love. She needs a mirror. And if you are worthy, you must become that mirror still, unshaken, demanding nothing but truth and walking away from anything less. Never mistake her silence for surrender. When you begin to test her, she won't explode. She will observe. She will recalibrate. She may even become sweeter, briefly. But behind the softness is strategy. Behind the laughter is calculation. She is not reacting. She is studying. And you're either the test, or you're being tested. She's not reacting to your strength. She's evaluating it. She's trying to assess, is this a phase, a trick, or your true form? Because the moment you set a boundary, you've declared war on the version of her that was winning. And now, she has a choice, evolve or escalate. If she escalates with guilt, coldness, drama, or withdrawal, you must not flinch. This is where most men lose everything. They test once, they face backlash, and they retreat. They mistake discomfort for a signal to compromise. But Machiavelli warned, injuries must be inflicted all at once, so that their ill savor may be less. Meaning, if you are going to assert control, do it fully, immediately, without hesitation. Do not test her 1 week and collapse the next. Inconsistency breeds chaos, and chaos is her native terrain. Understand this, her resistance is not the problem. Her reaction to your consistency is the truth. Any woman can act composed for a day, but what about the third time you say no? What does she do when you don't chase her mood, when you don't apologize for having standards? When you shift the dynamic from entertain me to prove you belong, most will flinch, some will flee, a rare few will adapt, and those rare few you do not trust immediately. You observe, you watch not her promises, but her patterns, not her words, but her silence, not how she treats you when you give, but how she behaves when you withhold. This is the Machiavellian frame. A wise man ought always to follow the paths beaten by great men and imitate those who have been supreme. You don't reinvent the test, you refine it. You don't broadcast your standards, you enforce them quietly. And you do not make exceptions, not for beauty, not for charm, not for the ache of loneliness that creeps in at 2 a.m. Because the test isn't just for her, it's for you. Can you live without affection long enough to see the truth? Can you endure solitude without folding into emotional dependency? Can you go without intimacy, approval, or comfort, just long enough to see her without the mask? Most men can't. They say they want clarity, but they fold at the first cold night. They say they want a queen, but kneel for any woman who offers validation. And Machiavelli would remind them, men are driven by 2 principal impulses, either by love or by fear. If your relationship is driven by your fear of losing her, you are not in love. You are in submission. You cannot lead a woman you're afraid to upset. You cannot protect a woman you depend on for purpose. And you cannot test a woman whose reaction means more to you than your own sanity. So you begin small. You cancel a plan. You say no, and mean it. You remain still when she's fishing for a reaction. You let her sit in her emotions without offering your energy as a solution. And then you watch, not with hope but with detachment, not to punish but to understand. This is the way of the prince, not because it's cruel but because it's the only way to rule, without being ruled. The woman you cannot test is the one who will dismantle you quietly, not with threats, not with rage, but with a smile, soft words, and 1,000 tiny permissions you surrendered without realizing. One skipped confrontation, one boundary ignored, one apology you never owed. She didn't take your strength. You gave it to her in exchange for comfort, in exchange for affection, and you called it love. You mistook compliance for connection, and now you wonder why you feel small beside her. Because intimacy without respect is seduction, and seduction without scrutiny is self-betrayal. But the woman who passes your test, she will not flatter you, she will not worship you, she will walk beside you, and when you push, she will not collapse. Not because she fears you, but because she respects a man who does not flinch. That is the rare woman. And she cannot be found by chance, only through discipline, through silence, through tests, because everything that feels perfect at first can be a trap. The compliments, the laughter, the way she seems to get you. But as Machiavelli warned, the vulgar crowd is always taken by appearances, and the world consists chiefly of the vulgar. And that is the tragedy of the modern man. He looks, he assumes. He invests, and by the time he realizes he's been chosen for his weakness, not his strength, it's already too late. You're not paying the price for choosing the wrong woman. You're paying for refusing to test her. So now you have a choice. You can leave this message, return to comfort, keep pretending that love is pure, that effort is enough, that boundaries are harsh, and women are innocent, or you can begin. Test her silence, test her anger, test her gratitude, test her consistency, test her reaction to the word no, because any woman who cannot withstand scrutiny does not deserve your investment, and any man who refuses to test is already lost. If these words struck something in you, something you didn't want to admit, then share them, like the video, subscribe, support the mission in the description, because every time this message spreads, another man wakes up, before it's too late. And that might be the most Machiavellian move of all, awakening the kingdom before the invaders arrive. This was Machiavelli's secret. Test her. Before she strips your crown, test everything, and trust no mask.